Hey, hey, how are you? Welcome. Y'all, have you seen this new flip frame? It is in my shop. It is ready right now. And I'm going to show you a fun project with this. Let's see if I can pick this up without destroying it. So this is the Oh Holy Night Wisemen scene. Okay. Hopefully you're going to love this one as much as I do. I've been wanting to do it for a while. And I haven't yet because I've been traveling. I've taken it with me on several trips and things have happened to me where I didn't end up getting to do this project. So finally doing it tonight. I'm going to start with all the cutouts. I want to use Gold Leaf Rub and Buff. Okay, this is Rub and Buff right here. This is an oil-based paint and very tricky to get off of your skin. So we are going to use a little makeup sponge to apply it. Some people use their hands, their fingers, or a paintbrush, but it's super hard to clean up. So I want to use something that's disposable. Hi, Lisa. Hey, Tammy. Hi, Joni and Jocelyn. Hey, Tina. Hi, Brooke. How are you, ladies? Thank you for joining me. Just putting a little bit on my little makeup sponge. You see how much I have there? And I'm going to start with that. And I'm just going to cover all of the cutouts, okay? So this cutout does not come with a backer, okay? And I don't know how well that's going to actually work. I preferred this the other night. Which one did I use? This little guy right here was the little dauber I used the other night. Let's see if I can, oh gosh. Well, making a mess is what I'm doing. So let me get a new one out, I guess, because that one is all crusty. And let's see. I have this little thing in daubers. Hi, Nicole. Hi, Shirley. Welcome, ladies. So you can comment the word sale. Yeah, that's a little better, actually. You can comment the word sale to get the link to get this stuff on sale tonight. And today is the very last day to place a $100 order on my website and get those 5 free transfers that are retired. A $100 order will qualify you. $100 customer order will qualify you for 5 free transfers. Or if you've been thinking about signing up as a designer, hi Barbara, how are you, love? Welcome. So happy to see you too. If you've been considering signing up for club or design as a designer and you have not pulled the trigger yet, you can still do that. And along with your designer kit, you will get 12 free transfers. Or whenever you sign up for club this month, you will get 12 free transfers with that order. So keep that in mind. Totally worth it. The designer kit is $99 plus tax and shipping. So you get like $300 worth of stuff in that as it is. And then add 12 free transfers on top of that. And that is crazy. Totally worth it. And the only way that you can get that entire kit is to sign up as a designer, okay? So, plus it's got that new hoop frame in it. Thanks, Melissa. I appreciate you sharing for me. The new hoop frame comes in the designer kit and new transfers, all new designs from the launch. So that's awesome. Okay, I think this is going to look really neat. I love this Rub and Buff. Love it, love it, love it. If you haven't tried it yet, y'all, you're missing out. Definitely need to try this. Hi, Cheryl. How are ya? So, yeah, you definitely need to try it. This stuff is really awesome. And a little goes a long way. I've had this same little jar, and I don't use it all the time. But for as much as I do use it, I've barely used, I mean, I could probably get a new one in another, next year sometime, probably, is when I'll need to order another one. So anywho, speaking of becoming a designer, I know I don't talk about this a ton, and I didn't do my promo video this month. So if you were to want to sign up as a designer, you're welcome to message me with any questions. But did y'all know that you get a 40% discount? Hi, Denise. How are you? You get a 40% discount on all Chalk Couture products as a designer. Plus, if you just want to use the discount for yourself, you totally can. There's no... nothing's stopping you from doing that, but there is a potential for you to build yourself a business if you wanted to. I'm not saying that you have to, and no pressure whatsoever to do that. But if you're thinking about doing something like that, doing craft shows or even doing lives on Facebook with crafts, you can totally do that. And the team that I joined has amazing training. It's really incredible. Whenever I first started, I had no idea what I was getting into. I was just signing up to get the discount. And I started looking around our team page, and I was pretty shocked, y'all, at the amount of training, like not only business stuff, but just like personal development type things. These women above me have done so much work to teach everybody on our team. We have a humongous team. We are growing all the time. And we're actually we're getting to the top of all the lists, which is really cool. It's really neat to see people that I know personally with their name on these big lists, and myself too. I mean, I've taken a couple trips now. We went to the Dominican Republic last year, and trying to get myself to Jamaica this year. Looks like that's probably going to happen too, so that's cool. And the year before that, me and Chris went to Mexico, which was really fun. We had a great time. All sponsored by Chalk, so they took care of everything, and we just had to hop on a plane. Where was that? Oh, I had a little bit that like I kind of shoved into the little hole there. So I think I'm good here. This stuff is really good coverage, and I don't have to prime or do anything before I put it on my cutouts. So there's my cutouts. You can see how shiny that is already. Okay, I'm going to just set that over here so it can dry. And then this is the frame that we're going to use. This thing is awesome. Okay, it's double-sided, super, super thick. Okay, it's really neat. You can actually take this out if you wanted to, but we're going to leave it right in the frame. And I'm going to put my fuzzing cloth underneath because it's a little bit, that way it doesn't spin at all. Okay, so I have a couple colors of paint here. Okay, I'm not a very good painter, but I was thinking I wanted to do obviously a night scene, obviously, right? For the context of the Wisemen meeting Jesus for the first time, bringing him some gifts and all that good stuff. I sprayed a little bit of water in this color tray over here just so that I can wet my brush a little bit. Brushes. Oh, let me shake that. It's kind of icky. All right. And so I can kind of blend a little bit. Okay, but I have these blues that I pulled out, and of course black. But I don't want this to just be black. Okay, the background. I think I want to kind of incorporate a little bit of color in there. So I'm just going to wet my brush before I go in. Now I am going to start with black, I think. But I would like to blend some blue into this as well. So I just don't want it to be super dark. And this is one of our chalkable surfaces, like a reusable surface. So you can erase this if you use chalk paste on it. Now I'm about to make this permanent. So keep that in mind whenever you do this project. This side of it will be permanent if you do what I'm doing here, okay? But you can chalk on the other side so that it's so that you can switch it out and make it usable for another holiday. Okay, so it doesn't just have to be Christmas. Now, y'all, I'm a mess. I know I say that all the time, but I don't know how much people believe me. I'm like a super klutz. Just always dropping things. I don't know what my deal is. Okay, so I'm going to kind of try to blend some of this, the black and the blue, up into the sky. And I want to try to get that blue all over so that it's not just black. Just even down here. But I guess at ground level, maybe it's a little bit darker, you know? But I have this other blue too that I kind of want to try and incorporate here a little bit. Okay. And I'm trying to like lessen my brush strokes as much as possible. But I guess clouds kind of can potentially look like brush strokes too, huh? And some of this cutout's going to cover this too, so it doesn't have to be entirely perfect, but I would like it to look nice, you know? All right, let's see if I can, oops. Over here making a mess. Let me grab a little bit of this other blue and kind of try to just blend that in a little bit. There we go. I think that's pretty good, actually. So I'm gonna just try to do a couple final strokes along here, and then, oops. Y'all, making a mess all over the place here. Okay. So tell me what you've been doing today. Tomorrow morning, I am going to do yoga with my cousins, and I'm hoping that they will be interested in going to get a pedicure because I need one desperately. I still haven't gotten one since I was sick. Me and my mom were supposed to go, and I was not feeling well. Thank God I didn't, because I was truly not well. And I would have felt horrible dragging that all over town. As much as everybody has been sick already, I am not trying to complicate that problem, you know? And spread it even more. Okay, so I'm gonna just, let me close these real fast. And then, so you can comment the word sale and get the link to get all the supplies to make this project, okay? I'm gonna dry this really good. And you know, we could take a toothbrush, which I do have one in here actually, and a little bit of white paint, and just flick that on here and give a little starry effect in the background. I think I like that idea, and I want to do that. So, grab my white paint while we're still in this stage. See if I can clean up the mess I'm making here, because I am making a mess. Make sure this is good and dry. Before we move on, I think this is perfect blue for evening and for the scene that we're going to make here. I do want to get some tape out just so that I can cover the edges of this and not get white paint everywhere, okay? So, get this all good and dry, and then we can start flinging some paint on it. So anyway, yeah, I've done basically nothing today. I got in late last night from my trip, my work trip that I was on, and didn't sleep in or anything today, but I've just been laying around. It's been great. Hi, Patsy. How are you, love? Welcome. Okay, so I am to just tape off the edges so that I don't make a mess here, but I'm just using painter's tape, so it's easy to pick up off of this surface. Okay, there we go. All right, and then I have my toothbrush. This is just one that I got at my dentist office, and I'm going to I'm just going to spray a tiny bit of water on it just to kind of make it wet, okay? And then I'm just dabbing a little bit of paint here. And then I'm going to just go like that, okay? Literally so simple to make little starry night type stuff, okay? And then just shove that right in my paintbrush jar, and I'm literally, that's it, okay? Let me see, I think you can see it on the video, but I'll pick this up and show you. Make sure I don't have any paint on my hands before I start doing all this. But that looks pretty good, I think. Okay. All right, so there's my frame. Okay, now again, I did use acrylic paint for all of this. So this is not removable now on this side. The other side is still open for whatever I want to do on it. I could totally do another design on the other side, a completely, entirely different season or whatever. So think fall on one side, Christmas on the other. And then that way, whatever I have displayed can stay out for much, much longer, okay? Or I could do something every day on one side and Christmas on the other, and then that way I just have to flip it over and not have to store it during Christmas time. Which I like that idea because I don't want to store anything. Any kind of decorations or anything like that, y'all. We do have an attic in this house, but talking Chris into carrying big boxes to and from, I don't think is going to be a winner for me. Because I know I don't want to do it, and I don't want to ask him to do it either. So, all right, so these are our cutouts. I'm going to gently remove them. Let me move this first from my tape and set them over here so that I have it all ready to go. This does come with a frame that goes up on top just to kind of finish it off and make it look done. And the words, "Oh Holy Night," a little angel, a couple little stars, of course the North Star, because duh, what's the point, right, of this whole thing? But the North Star leading the way and shining light on the night. Okay, so first I'm going to begin with this part of the cutout, okay? So the Wisemen coming up to Mary and Joseph, and I have my tacky glue right here. I obviously did not close it the other night, so that was a mistake on my part, but I'm sure it's fine. Okay, so I'm gonna try and use plenty of glue on this one. And I really, as I've said before, I love this tacky glue because it holds really well, and it also gives you just a little bit of room to play with before it really bites in and locks down, okay? So I think it's a good choice. Plus it dries relatively quickly, so you're not having stuff slide all over the place for a long time after you put it on, okay? Literally, you can slide something around for a minute maybe, if that, and then you're pretty much locked in. Hi Alma, how are you, love? So keep that in mind whenever you're using this glue, but I think that makes it a good choice for what I like, because then I know it's locked in, okay, pretty quick, and I can move and do and go. So it's a good choice for projects on the run. All right. Oh, that looks absolutely perfect already. Hi, Anita. How are you, love? I finished that book last night, and oh my gosh. Yeah, I think it was last night. There's Dozer going off again. He's been barking his head off all day. Y'all, look how pretty that is already. Okay? And we're not done yet. So I'm going to go ahead and put my frame on here too. And this just kind of finalizes the look on top. So it's not required, I don't think, but it just kind of makes it feel finished. Y'all, I'm feeling real good about this project. I think this one's a winner. So anyway, yeah, I'm going to do yoga tomorrow with my friends. I mean, with my cousins. Well, they're my friends too, but they're legitimately family. And I think I want to try and talk them into going to get a pedicure. And I think we're supposed to do lunch after we get done with yoga. And then, okay, so let me try and just visualize where everything's gonna be here so that I know where my spacing is. Oh, that's upside down. Okay. And then of course I want the North Star right over him. Okay, there we go. But I was actually thinking about trying to take some stuff with me over there and see if I can't take some decor for my cousins to take home with them. Because why not, right? I haven't done a live sale with home decor lately, but I really need to. And my younger cousin, the one that's closer to my age, it's her and her sister that I'm going to see tomorrow. And she had told me whenever I sent her the pictures of my other house, whenever we were selling it, that she loved all the stuff that I had hanging in my house. And so she'd probably like that. Okay, there we go. All right. Oh no, Barbara. Am I frozen for anyone else? See if maybe you can close and come back in if you are. I'm just cleaning out the hole on the O. I went a little heavy there before I put glue on it and lock it in forever. I might as well try to clean it up a little. Hi, Jocelyn. How are you? Thank you. I'm glad you like this. You can comment the word sale to get the supplies for this project. And I think this one is a winner. I think I'm gonna have to make one of these for my mom, I think. Here we go. We're almost done. This one was a super easy project. Good. I'm glad you're liking this, Barbara. So Nicole, you might have to check your message requests, but you'll get the link to your messages, okay? Okay. Just a little bit to go. Here we go. All right. There we are. I think I'm done here. Y'all, this is absolutely gorgeous. Look how pretty that turned out. Isn't that great? I hope you all love this one. I'm loving this. So make sure that you comment sale, share me with your friends, tell people about me. Remember, this is double-sided, so you can reuse it for something else, okay? And I think you can take this out even. I bet you they're gonna come with a replacement for this middle piece so that you could take it out. Hi, Judy, how are you? Welcome. Thank you, Crystal. Thank you so much, Lisa. Thank you, Shirley. I love you all, and I mean that so much when I say it. So thanks for hanging out with me. Make sure that you sign up for notifications so that you can get notified whenever I'm going live. And come join my VIP group. Make sure that if you want to get those 5 free transfers, you got to go place an order on my website today because today's the last day. Thank you, Brooke. Love you all. Well, I'll see you soon, okay? See you.